The views and opinions on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JBC Broadcasting, management, or its sponsors.
You have Power Radio with attorney Justin Clark on Florida Man Radio.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
You want answers? You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth! Last night.
And welcome to the program. It's a Thursday night edition of You Have Power Radio. I will be your host, Justin Clark, protecting you, the consumer, from the evils of corporate America. Together, you and I, we will bully the bullies. And the phone lines are now open. 321-339-1055. Shannon Burke, where is the buzzer, the bell, whatever we call it? We had a deal, my friend. I thought we had a deal where I was going to be able to go like that. It would be right here. Shannon Burke, Shando, has stolen the studio bell, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't see it anywhere. Where could it be? First, the team. To my right, it is the beautiful Briana. Hello, Briana.
Hello, Justin.
Do you have any idea where said bail may be?
You know, I do have a theory because we did get invoiced as per the original agreement, and maybe we didn't pay his invoice.
Pushing the buttons, answering your calls, my good friend Eric Stacy. EC, what's up, buddy?
What's up? So Brianna's saying that you aren't paying your bell bills.
Don't you have at
You
least
can pay
30
your
days? I mean, once you're invoiced, at least a 30-day pay
I don't
time.
think maybe
I don't
Shannon
know.
doesn't follow that.
I don't
It's
think
you
he
get
does.
that money now from him.
I thought he liked me, too. I mean, I figured he would at least give me sort of like a pay in 5 days or the bell is gone thing.
I think there's a writ of replevant over here.
Maybe it is. Anyway, 321-339-1055. Very special show for you tonight.
And now it's time for the opening statement. This should be interesting.
None of us want to go to jail. Or at least I think none of us want to go to jail. Tonight, I'm going to tell you how to avoid getting arrested and going to jail. But also, maybe even more importantly, I'm going to tell you how we can help injured police officers from around the country, people who have been injured in the line of duty, our first responders. How can we help them? Because we always hear about how to help our veterans, but we don't hear nearly as much about how to help injured first responders. And we're going to do that tonight with Orange County Sheriff Officer Jeff Brown. Jeff, how are you, sir?
Hey, I'm great. Thank you very much.
So thank you for being here. How long have you been a cop, first of all?
Almost 39 years total.
39 years, unbelievable. And then at some point you founded this amazing organization, which we're so lucky to be able to help sponsor, Hometown Heroes Alliance. Tell me a little bit about Hometown Heroes.
Hometown Heroes Alliance all basically became a organization when we saw the great need for the help that our wounded first responders needed. There were so many of them that were being injured and medically retired and just not able to keep up with their bills and struggling to, just do the normal things that we all do in life. So
we have this big casino night coming up October 11th down in Orlando. We're going to tell you all about that tonight. But I have to ask some real police officer stuff first, because now I feel like I'm getting the inside information, Jeff, all right? The guy's been on the force for 39 years, so we got to figure out how to not go to jail. That's what we're going to do right now. First of all, let's get it right out in the open, because it seems like, this time of month, the month is almost over, we all have to drive a little bit slower because some people think that police officers really have quotas. Is this a myth or is this legit?
it's a myth. It's actually illegal to have quotas. In fact, when I asked my boss about that, he said, no, you don't have a quota. You can write all the tickets you want.
all month long.
Yeah, exactly.
So why do we get this myth? Why do we think this? Any idea where this came from?
I have no idea where it originally started. Maybe years ago there actually was a quota. I could see that happening, but nowadays that's a big no-no with us.
321-339-1055 body cams. They've really taken over the world nationwide, really, when it comes to police officers. How do you feel about body cameras?
You know, originally when they came out, I was one of the old guys going, "No, I don't need no camera. I know what's going on out there. You know, you just believe what I'm telling you." And I love it. I actually love it now because it has reduced our complaints 75%.
Wow.
People call up and go, hey, I need to make a complaint about this guy. And they go, okay, well, sure. He's on camera. Click. That's the end of that complaint.
Hey, do you still get the whole, what's your badge number thing? Is that still something you hear a lot of?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But now, when someone's saying that, that's sort of a veiled threat. Oh, I'm going to your boss or your superiors, making a complaint, whatever it is. But now you literally have a camera attached to your body that your superior, whoever it is, the public even, can see exactly what happened during this interaction with this defendant, I guess.
Yeah, the first thing you can pull right up on, on the supervisors can pull right up on their phone and look at it and go, okay, look, here's what really happened. Here's what you really said. Here's what he really did. The interesting thing about that is it also helps us weed out the bad guys.
Yeah.
The bad cops that are out there. It's going to happen. We all know it happens occasionally. And those cameras will help keep us in check.
Don't you think there are just so many more good cops than bad cops? And maybe even surprised that now that there are so many body cameras, how few bad cops there really are?
That's the surprising thing is you've heard some of the larger organizations now screaming about take them away, take them away. Now they don't want us to have the cameras because they're realizing, well, really, these guys aren't that bad. Maybe it is our folks that are causing the problems.
What do you think of these new TV shows? And I know we used to have cops back in the day, but this live PD is kind of famous now, and a lot of people are watching it, getting good ratings. There are a lot more first responder TV shows. What do you think of these?
I personally don't like them. I don't watch them. Anytime you put a camera behind somebody, I don't care if you're on the street working or you're out here, or you're in a studio like this. You put a camera out there, people are not going to act normally and naturally.
321-339-1055. Any police officer questions, please? We will answer them right here. It's Justin Clark talking to Orange County Sheriff's Officer Jeff Brown. What about this? When you pull someone over, I often see that the police officer will touch the trunk. What is that for? What does that help? What does that help?
It's a habit. It's a habit that, walking up, making sure, because we have actually had training videos where there have been bad guys hiding in the trunk, waiting for you to walk up to the car. Trunk pops open. There's a guy laying there with a shotgun.
Yeah. So, that's scary.
Yeah. It's just a habit. You see a lot of guys will do that. You'll also see guys that won't walk up to a car. They'll ask you to get out of your car and step back to them.
I'm seeing a lot of keto ice cream in my house right now, Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of keto ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Pilar, my wife, has been fascinated with his keto diet. My understanding is you've been trying it as well. How's that going for you?
My wife and I, Pam, we have been hitting it hard for almost a year, probably 6 to 8 months now, and it's absolutely amazing.
Because when you're a police officer, no matter what, you're carrying around a lot of gear.
Yeah.
What does this belt weigh, and what all is on this belt?
It's about anywhere from 25, 35 pounds. By the time you put on the vest, with all the guns and the ammo and the handcuffs and everything, it starts weighing. And the biggest thing we have is not only do we have serious back problems, we also have hip problems.
From the belt and just all the extra weight.
Yeah, it's just not normal to be walking around with all that stuff on your weight.
So basically, this diet that you're on, you've dropped the amount of weight that the belt weighs. So you used to be, that makes a big difference, right?
It does, and it's made me feel a lot better. For people that want to just lose weight, it's a great thing to do that to help your self-esteem. But for me, it's a physical thing for me. I'll be 63 years old next month, and
wow.
I'm out here fighting on the streets with some young guys that are pretty strong. So.
321-339-1055. Medical marijuana, obviously a big hot button topic here lately. It must have changed how you guys do business as well because, you have to see if they have a medical card or whatever. What is your position on medical marijuana and just how it affects people in general?
I think there is some medical value to it. I really believe there is. There's also a potential, the ability for it to be abused very bad.
Yeah.
So I personally, it's not something I'm going to partake in, but I can actually see where somebody's really suffering and in a lot of pain, or if that relieves their pain,
yeah.
And they're at home trying to, get through their life, then let them have it.
What are some of the crimes that you've seen that you're forced to make an arrest, but you almost think you feel bad arresting someone for it? Is there anything that you've pulled someone over for that you've had to end up taking them to jail, but you don't like doing it?
Yeah, I don't ever like taking somebody to jail.
Yeah.
Man, you think about the fact that you are taking something that they're guaranteed by our Constitution away from them, their freedom. One of the things that I really, it always bothers me is the guy that's going to work early in the morning. He's trying to feed his family. His license got suspended because he couldn't afford to pay for the ticket last month that he got, and it's just a downhill battle for him. And those are just terrible. But if your license is suspended, you don't have any insurance, you got to find another way to go. It's a horrible thing to have to do that, but there are occasions we have to do it.
Do some people want to go to jail?
Oh, yeah. There's always a few cornballs out there.
Hey, 3 warm meals per day and at least a cot,
Well, and, the plight of the homeless is that's a battle going back and forth. And we have a lot of homeless people here, but we also have a lot of bums.
Yeah. Justin Clark here talking to Jeff Brown. He is a police officer with the Orange County Sheriff's Office. I always tell people on this show that don't be a dummy. I mean, don't drive around with, some weird-looking hat on or a bumper sticker that says it's 5 o'clock somewhere or Cheech and Chong are my heroes type of bumper stickers. I mean, really, in real life, do you think that can have an effect on a police officer deciding to pull a car over versus not pull a car over?
Absolutely not.
No?
No, I don't care what kind of bumper sticker you have on there. If you're driving, your car's in great shape, it's got all the working equipment on it, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, I don't care if you have a sticker on it that says, I hate cops. It just doesn't matter to me. I'm looking for the guys that are out there intentionally breaking the law, cutting people off, aggressive driving, or DUIs, that kind of stuff. We have to really focus and put our priorities on stuff, on what's really important. And, people have a First Amendment right to put that kind of stuff on there as long as it's not making threats and vulgar stuff.
Yeah. I still don't advise you putting Jimmy Buffett bumper stickers on your car or it's 5 o'clock somewhere because I'm going to think you're drinking and driving, if not Jeff, but I can't pull you over. All right, so let's say I do get pulled over. I get pulled over by Officer Brown. What am I supposed to do exactly? As I get pulled over, as you're pulling up behind me, I pull over. What do I do?
The old thing is put your hands on the steering wheel and just wait to get your instructions. If the officer calls you out of the car, that's probably a good reason he's doing that. Your car might match the description of one used in a robbery a couple of days ago, a description of a stolen car. Sometimes they swap tags. So just follow the instructions and, give that officer or that deputy a chance to explain to you what's going on and why he stopped you. Getting that attitude right off the bat, It's that pyramid that starts going up, and, it's just not the way to start the day.
Do you feel like after all of your experience, you can almost tell immediately if someone has something to hide, just how they're acting?
Oh, yeah. It's so blatant. It's funny, especially you roll the window down, all the smoke comes out the window. It's like, hey, what are you smoking?
Yeah. I haven't been smoking anything, officer.
Yeah, right. Okay.
How do you decide sometimes, and I see this, where you pull someone over and then you'll run the license or whatever, and they have a warrant out of Campbell County, Kentucky, or even somewhere in Florida far away. So there's definitely a warrant there, but it seems like sometimes we don't arrest them and sometimes we do. How do we determine when to take someone to jail when there's a warrant?
That's not our discretion.
Yeah?
If there's a warrant and they'll extradite, they're going to jail.
I gotcha.
Most of the time you'll see that and a lot of people know it. They'll tell you right up front, hey, I got a warrant out of Georgia, but it's a non-extradition. They won't extradite me because it's some misdemeanor crime.
And is it kind of labeled on there already, or do we actually call that county in Georgia and they tell us?
No, it'll be usually in the computer hits. It'll show it.
Okay.
And then on occasion it won't show it, and we have to call them.
And they get back to you right away? I mean,
most of the time. We're not going to sit there and hold somebody for 2 or 3 hours on a traffic offense warrant that's been out for 20 years. It's just like.
Officer Jeff Brown is here. He's with the Orange County Sheriff's Department. We're talking all things how to not get arrested today, but we're also going to talk about his amazing nonprofit, Hometown Heroes Alliance, and the casino night we have coming up on October 11th. We're going to get to that because there are so many ways that you can help. And if nothing else, come play poker, come play roulette with us here on October 11th. But Jeff, I also see a lot of times where there's a police chase. And then I think that we've really kind of pulled back on chases because of the danger to the community when you're actually chasing someone. How do we make that decision?
That decision's made for us. It's all in policy. And again, Not being here actually representing the sheriff's office.
Yeah, of course.
I have to be kind of careful about that. But
don't tell me. Obviously, I'm asking.
no.
If there's anything you can't answer, I totally understand.
Well, it's the general rule of thumb is for most agencies is that if it's not a serious crime, a dangerous crime, or a forcible felony, we're not going to chase them. If you run a red light, we're not going to chase them most of the time. So, you have to weigh those options out. Is catching that person worth somebody getting killed in a car crash? And in most cases, it's not because we already know who they are.
Yeah, exactly. Do we still do field sobriety test?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, they do.
And how do we know? Because I know now if you pull someone over on the interstate, it's dangerous. I mean, cars are flying by there. Where do we do the field sobriety? Would we do one on a main highway like that?
No, we pick our spots.
Okay.
If and unless you really have to stop that person, he's going into oncoming traffic or something like that, you want to pick a safe location to make that traffic stop. And if you're being stopped, and you're not comfortable with where you're being stopped, single female, go put your blinker on, put your flashers on, call 911, say he's trying to stop me. I don't know who this is. I'm going to pull over at the next store I go to or something.
I think that's a great point because we have heard stories many times about, unmarked police cars, allegedly police cars that ended up not being police cars after all. So that's what, in that situation, I should call 911 if I'm concerned.
Yeah, and we have a lot of unmarked cars with guys in plain clothes. I mean, every agency does.
Yeah,
and if you're ever stopped, I don't care where you're at, and you're being pulled over and you're kind of concerned that this may not really be the police, call 911, put on your flashers, slow down a little bit, wave out the window, like pointing to the side of the road or, just give them an indication that you see him, you're going to stop, get on the phone saying, listen, because if he's not really a cop and you're on 911.
Oh, yeah.
We like those guys.
You're going to come get him.
Yeah. Hello.
Soon thereafter.
I want the truth.
321-339-1055. I hear this difference between being detained and being under arrest. What's the difference?
Basically, if we're detaining you, it's an investigatory detention. We're just going to, we're trying to determine what has happened. We have suspicion that you may be involved in a crime, may have committed a crime, or about to commit a crime, and we're going to find out what's going on. When you're under arrest, basically you're in, you're going to be told you're under arrest, you're going to jail.
How do you determine when to send someone to jail? Like when you take someone to jail yourself or you have someone else come pick them up? I can never figure out how that works.
It depends on the circumstances.
But sometimes you'll end up having to drive them all the way to downtown or wherever.
Almost everybody that makes an arrest will take their own people. If you're in an unmarked car, you're in the car at that particular time, it doesn't have a cage in the back, you may call somebody else to transport them for you.
Yeah. How do you think officers, you don't have to talk about you here, but oftentimes people get pulled over for speeding and they'll get a warning. Or then they'll get pulled over for speeding and actually get a ticket. I mean, what goes through the officer's head to determine whether to give a warning or a ticket in that situation?
That's going to be individual, on what the circumstances are, what the violation is, how dangerous it was. For me, it comes down to, I always believe that, we should be, I don't want to say disciplined, but we should be punishing people for inappropriate behavior.
Yeah.
If you pull up to a red light, you look around and you're a jerk and you decide to blow the light, you need a ticket for that.
Yeah.
If you make a mistake and you zip through there, you're trying to, whatever happens, people make mistakes every day. I think we have to have common sense. You have to be able to use common sense when you're enforcing that type of action.
There are so many organizations out there who help our veterans with PTSD or when they get back from battle. There are just so many organizations, and there should be. I mean, this is a very, very important topic. But you don't hear nearly as many organizations who help our first responders who have been shot in the line of duty, have seen horrific things. Who's helping them? Well, I can tell you who's helping them. It's Hometown Heroes Alliance, founded by Jeff Brown, who happens to be here with me today, but he also needs your help to be able to help our injured first responders. How? It's all coming up right on the other side of this very short break. 321-339-1055. It's Justin Clark. It's Florida Man Radio.
You're listening to You Have Power Radio with attorney Justin Clark.
Is debt piling up? Feeling overwhelmed? Bankruptcy may be the best choice. I'm attorney Justin Clark. Call me now for a free consultation at 321-282-1055 or visit youhavepower.com.
Justin Clark, by your side. Offices, Maitland.
Damn, it's hot in here. What's the deal with your AC?
I've had 2 AC companies out, and they can't get it fixed.
You gotta get Four Seasons AC out here now. Call them 407-295-9231. 407-295-9231. Four Seasons is the AC company you wish you called first.
CSC 056308.
This is CJ, owner of Bellicoso Cigars and Cafe on North Park Avenue. Come see us and ask for a free house cigar with your first purchase. Hang out, enjoy a premium or boutique cigar, and the best coffee on Park Avenue. Make new friends and relax with outdoor seating. Look for the red awning, Bellicoso Cigars, Coffee, and Community on North Park Avenue in Winter Park.
The cigar of the week is the Lirio Rojo by Warp Cigars, a hand-rolled Nicaraguan puro that's medium to full-bodied, available in limited supply. So pick one up today at Bellicoso.
RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. It's time to up your standard of driving. If your old ride is unreliable, unsafe, or just plain uncool, this month I want to help you dump that junker and dive into a nice new car today. Even if you're underwater in your old ride, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $7,000 more than it's worth, I still want it, regardless of age, mileage, or condition. Plus, my dealer next door credit approval process is a pearl in an ocean of fishy alternatives. And you could float home for just $8 down. Get a really cool deal on a new 2019 Mitsubishi Mirage for only $9,900, or a 2019 Outlander Sport starting at $15,900. So sink that ride you hate and you could drive for $8. That's right, you can be swimming in savings. But hurry, my accountant's a wet blanket and he won't let this deal go on for long. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Get wet and wild at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Require bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. $227.46 per month for 75 months. 2.9%. Amount financed $15,542.
Going to work or just taking care of your home. Daily activities that should never put you in jeopardy. Roundup Weed Killer has been linked to many cases of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Our farmers, gardeners, florists, and maintenance workers have been exposed to this toxic chemical. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma or are receiving chemotherapy as a result of Roundup exposure, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-565-4000. That's 1-800-565-4000 for a free consultation.
Oh no, the garage door is stuck again.
Mom, we're going to be late again.
I know, we don't have time for this. I'm calling Florida Door Solutions today.
Having a faulty garage door can be time-consuming and a security risk, so don't wait another day to call Florida Door Solutions. They install a variety of garage doors, openers, and other accessories. Looking for a repair? Florida Door Solutions repairs all makes and models and offers emergency service. Call us today at 407-884-5955 or visit fladoor.com.
Linda here from Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oviedo on Mitchell Hammock Road, just east of Alafaya Trail, next to Chick-fil-A. Whether it's a job interview or a first date, Lady Jane's in Oviedo will make sure you look great for whatever's on your plate. Get a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, and hot towel treatment for just $14. Lady Jane's in Oviedo on Mitchell Hammock Road, just east of Alafaya Trail, next to Chick-fil-A, where we believe success favors the well-groomed. Lady Jane's in Oviedo. It's wicked awesome.
This is Sergeant Slayer. Today's orders are to go to WeKillFloridaBugs.com. Say it again. WeKillFloridaBugs.com.
WeKillFloridaBugs.com is home of Mighty Tech Pest Management. Get in touch with Mighty Tech today for residential and commercial pest control, termites, wildlife exclusion, and removal. And if mosquitoes are a problem, ask Mighty Tech about them as well. Call for a free evaluation today. 1-888-750-7378.
Say it again. WeKillFloridaBugs.com. Dismissed.
$700 and you're behind the wheel of a better ride. At Orlando Car Deals, pay just $700 down, no credit check, and drive today. Your income is your credit. Call 844-700-DOWN, 8900 South US Highway 1792 Maitland, or online at orlandocardeals.com.
The stuffed Cheez-It Pizza is now at Pizza Hut. 4 pizza pockets stuffed with your choice of cheese, pepperoni, and baked with a toasty, sharp cheddar Cheez-It flavor. Served with marinara dipping sauce. Pizza Hut and Cheez-Its? Yes, please. For a limited time, only at Pizza Hut.
20% off on boots and apparel now at skipsboots.com. Enter the promo code FloridaMan20. Name brands like Ariat, Corral, Lucchese, Durango, Harley-Davidson, Stetson, Wolverine, Wrangler, Miss Me, and more. Save 20% now at skipsboots.com. Enter promo code FloridaMan20 or say hey to Kenny at Skips Western Outfitters, downtown Osteen, or in the Best Buy Plaza across from the Speedway in Daytona Beach.
Skips, it's about attitude.
This week, It's the Jags on Florida Man Radio.
The Jags are headed west for a Rocky Mountain High. Oh, yeah. This Sunday, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos from Mile High Stadium in Denver. Florida Man Radio has it live Sunday. Pre-game at 3:30, kickoff at 4:25.
Central Florida's home for the Jacksonville Jaguars. 660 AM, 105.5 FM. Florida Man Radio.
Why's the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling on it.
The dad joke. Corny, groan-worthy, but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
What did the buffalo say when he dropped his son off for school? Bye, son.
So take a moment to make your kid laugh, because dad jokes rule. Make your kid laugh today. Go to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Now, back to You Have Power Radio with attorney Justin Clark.
321-339-1055. Jeff Brown has been a police officer for 39 years, and he recognized that we are not taking care of our first responders who have been through tragedy as well as we should be. And he created Hometown Heroes Alliance, and they need our help as well. We have a great event coming up October 11th. Tell me about Hometown Heroes, Jeff.
Hometown Heroes Alliance was, again, formulated because we saw the need to step up and help first responders from around the country who were just suffering financially, emotionally, and just being forgotten about. They will tell you that after about a year, their agencies forget about them. It just goes on and gets worse. And these guys are, they're trying to establish a new norm in their life, be it a paralyzed person, someone that's been shot, the PTS stuff. You think about the fact that our military guys and the PTS they deal with, well, we have guys that have been in this business for 20, 25 years that are just absolutely drowning in it. And there was not, for a long time, there was not a lot of help out there. Really happy to say there's a lot of organizations coming up. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of PTS training, a lot of rehab stuff. So we're very proud to be in the position we are, that we can come in there and just take these guys on outdoor adventures, take them with their families, give them some quality time, and let them know that we're not going to forget about them. That, just because they're injured, they may be medically retired, they're still part of the first responder family.
You're heading up to West Virginia tomorrow, driving, I might add, at 3 a.m. For what reason?
Well, partially a hunting trip, but the other part of it is one of our guys up there, Steve Smith, believe it or not, that's his real name, him and his wife, Samantha. A few years ago, Steve was shot in the chest with a 12-gauge shotgun and probably should have died a couple of times and didn't. He's an amazing guy, just absolutely what he's been through, and he just keeps going and going and going. And we had taken them to his wife and kid down to the Keys for a couple of days, to try and get them just some relaxation, get them out of the rehab and the things that he was having to go through. And Steve needs some help up there. So we go up there, we do a little bit of hunting. This year we're going to do some help getting his farm ready for the wintertime, and because he has some physical limitations. So we'll be able to, a couple of us, be able to help him up there a little bit.
You were telling me earlier about going to Polk County recently, stopping by Lowe's. What was that all about?
Yeah, there's Adam Pinnell, who's the deputy of Polk County Sheriff's Office. Him and his wife both work for the Sheriff's Office there, and Adam was hit by a car a few years ago in 2016. Pretty messed up. He's had a lot of issues, and he couldn't do the yard work out there. And when you get hurt in the line of duty, your income drops dramatically.
Yeah.
You can't work your side jobs anymore, so you lose a lot of funding. And so, the exterior of his house, the landscaping and stuff, was taking a hit because he physically would try to do it but couldn't. So we did that. That was last year. We went out there and just redid his whole landscaping stuff, and Lowe's was nice enough to jump in and throw us a bunch of mulch and a lot of stuff that we needed for that.
I don't care whether you're a police officer, firefighter, paramedic, you see some really terrible tragedy almost on a daily basis. How in the world, as a first responder, do we train ourselves to not let this affect us?
You can't. You can. If you're a human being, it's gonna eat at you. And some of the worst ones are the infants, the younger kids and car crashes, and the ones that SIDS deaths that die at nighttime, and it's just it's horrific stuff you see. You know, the Fiamma shooting on Forsyth Road a few years ago, I was one of the first ones in the door in that shooting, and it's terrible. I mean, it's absolutely horrific that what some of these guys see. And for some of us older guys, we're still able to, for the most part, try and put it in a bag and keep it there, but it just, every once in a while, it comes out.
What about this Dick up in Marion County? Just the other day, I was just reading the story today, they said he had beaten his wife with a baseball bat and then killed was it 3 or 4 children, I believe, and dumped their bodies somewhere in Georgia. I mean, some police officer, some paramedic really had to be the first one on the scene and see this. We're talking about 3 little children.
Exactly.
But then at some point, the police officer actually goes and talks to this monster.
Right.
Describe the monster. What are they normally like?
They're just like you and me.
Yeah.
You know, just like you and me. Sometimes they'll be remorseful. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll look you straight in the eye and just tell you, yeah, I did it. So what? What are you going to do about it?
I mean, how are people wired? Is it just a brain issue they have, or
I don't know, man. If I could ever figure that out, we could make a lot of money in fixing these people.
Unbelievable.
But there's, and the sad thing about that is somebody has to go in that crime scene. Somebody has to go in there and be the first one in to clear that building and walk through that blood and step over those children and make sure there's no more injured or dead people in there. Then you have the forensics people, and they never get, those. I don't know how those people do it. I just don't know how to, because they got to go in and clean a lot of it up.
Eesh.
It's just absolutely amazing what they see on a day in, and we always forget about them, but they're part of that family.
Yeah, of course. Police Officer Jeff Brown is here with me today. If you have any questions for him, 321-339-1055. An excellent event we have coming up. I will be there. The Beautiful Briana EC is going to show up October 11th. It's the Hometown Heroes Alliance Casino Night. Jeff, tell me about this event.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. It's you're going to go gambling with the cops. How funny that could be. We'll have several poker tables there, a little bit of a poker championship type thing going on. We'll have some roulette tables, some blackjack tables, some raffle items, some silent auction stuff, and on the outside of the building there'll be a kind of an axe throwing competition. Or a championship, I guess, and see who can beat my 13-year-old grandson Tanner at throwing an axe at a.
Probably not me.
Yeah, me either. I tend to get away from people when they've been drinking and throwing axes.
Yeah, I run head for the hills.
Exactly, but it's a fun night. It's kind of one of our big fundraisers that helps us raise the funds to be able to take these guys on the adventures and stuff they do. You can see some of the videos and some of the help that we give them on YouTube if you go to Hometown Heroes Alliance on YouTube.
So I'm in my car right now listening on 105.5 FM Florida Man Radio, and I'm interested in coming to Casino Night, October 11th. How can I help?
The best thing you can do so that we can make sure we're going to be able to get everybody in is you can go and email us at jeff@hometownheroesalliance.org. That's one of the best ways. You can also, the phone number is on the website at hometownheroesalliance.org. You can go to our Facebook page. Just give us a heads up that you're coming. If you own a small company, you have some items you might want to give for a raffle or something, we're always willing to take that help as well.
This stuff doesn't pay for itself. I mean, it really takes sponsors. It takes people like us to participate and help out Hometown Heroes Alliance. What's the best way people can reach out and help? Maybe they want to sponsor this event. Maybe they just want to make a donation. What is the best way to reach out to you?
The easiest way to make the donation is go right to the website.
Okay.
And so there's a donate button on there. You can just hit that donate button. And we're just so excited that you guys have come on board as our title sponsor.
Me too, man.
We wanted to get that in there because it's so important that I just absolutely love what you guys have been doing for us and helping us with the hunt that we're going on in November. They're bringing that guy from Connecticut. Now, that particular guy was stabbed in the neck with an 11-inch knife and had to fight for his life.
Jeez.
So he won, but he's now medically retired as a result of it. 28 years old, and he's out.
And to be clear, I spoke with Shane Reeve today, Lynn Shackelford, both from Florida Man Radio, and they want to get involved and help out for Casino Night as well. So Florida Man Radio is absolutely in, okay?
Outstanding.
Some of the things that you've done with first responders after terrible tragedy in their life, whether they got shot on duty or whatever it was that they're going through, some of these stories are absolutely amazing. Tell me some of the things that you've done with first responders after tragedy.
Well, we've had a couple of guys in Georgia, Taylor Webb and Kagan Merritt, who were both shot. There's a very well-known video. They were both shot in April, one in the hand and one in the chest and his vest, and one around in his hip. Those guys were, struggling. Actually, Taylor, who got shot in the hip, went back to work. Keegan has been struggling with the rehab with his hands. He may never get enough strength back in his hand to go back to work again. He's 28 years old, got 2 kids and a wife. So those guys, we got together with SeaWorld and said, hey, we want to bring these guys down here. He's been in rehab for months now. It's starting to wear on him. Let's show him a weekend down here. So SeaWorld got us some tickets. We took them in at a park. We videotaped them and let them have a full day in the park with the family. The following day, we took them out on a boat called the First Strike. Dr. Jeff Seaver and his wife Shelley donated a full day of fishing for them, offshore stuff. So that kind of stuff is just, it does so much to re-energize them and let them know that, hey, just because I've been hurt doesn't mean that I've forgotten about.
Jeff Brown is here. He's been a cop for 39 years now. He is helping, while still working, though. Don't get me wrong. While still working, he is helping our injured first responders. Is it always physical injury, Jeff, or are these mental injuries as well?
No, there's a little bit of both. We've had we recently this last fall took a guy to actually it was during spring up in Ohio. He lives in Virginia and had lost a partner, and that was a pretty traumatic thing when you see your partner taken out right in front of you. So we made some arrangements for a guided turkey hunt.
Oh.
Yeah, so he got to go with and take his wife with him. We sent his wife with him because it's always about family for us. It's never about the individual. It's always about the family. So we were able to send both of them on this turkey hunt, and he just had an absolute blast and just kind of knows that, he's not alone in that battle.
How do these side jobs work? Because I think when we hear about an officer getting injured, we're like, well, they're still getting 2/3 of their paycheck or whatever. But like you said earlier, I think it seems to me that a lot of police officers make a significant portion of their salary, a significant portion of their ability to support their family comes from side work. Is that right?
It is. It's called off-duty work for us. And basically, when you see the guys at SeaWorld, you see them at Disney World, a lot of the locations, those guys are working. That's a part-time job for them. We can't be a bartender. We don't sell cars. We have to be very careful about where we work, and anything that you do has to be approved. In this area, it has to be approved by the people you work for. So, some of the jobs pay very well, but in totality, when you're injured, you can't do that anymore. And that's not part of your regular salary. So in most cases, you don't get, the workman's comp out of that. Some of them do, most of them do not. And you think about the fact that, if you're injured in the line of duty, you have a certain amount of time to recover and come back to work. If you get medically retired, in this area, you will get medically retired with 60% of your salary. You lose 30% of your salary, 40% of your salary, plus all of your off-duty work, your income just went down 50%. So it's
just like
tough.
that.
It's
just
tough.
for going to work that day.
Yeah, and you get hit by a car, you get shot. There's so many things that can happen just walking out the door. And that's why we're so adamant about our guys when they go to work every day. Imagine you going out that door every morning, you kiss your wife and kids goodbye. You don't know if you're coming home.
I read a terrible stat recently about officer suicide. It can be a problem. Tell me about that.
We're losing more to suicide than we are in the line of duty. I want to say last year, if I have the figure right, I think it's 129 we lost to suicide. Just so far this year in New York City and NYPD, they've lost 11 guys.
Jeez.
11 guys. Wow. It goes on and on and on. And fortunately, there is help out there. There is a lot of organizations. There's one called Safe Call Now out of West Virginia. They're growing nationwide. There are so many. Blue Line Support here locally does stuff. There are so many organizations that if you're listening and you are struggling and you're waking up at night, and you're going to bed with a gun in your hand thinking, I'm having the heebie-jeebies, I'm having some of the PTS nightmares and stuff, there's nothing wrong with reaching out for help.
EC, you may know this, or even Brianna. Are dentists still, do they still have the highest rate of suicide, or is that just a rumor? Have you ever heard that?
Yeah, I know for a while it was like that. I don't know if it's still like that.
I don't know if it still is.
I can't ever figure this dental suicide thing out at all. I mean, every dentist I know works about 3.5 days a week, maybe 4, right? Make good money.
Yeah,
How
could you
is
imagine
that?
staring into a mouth all day long, though?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. No, not for me.
I mean, it's fine.
No.
I could do that 4 days a week for a couple $100,000.
One of our board of directors is at Dennis.
Yeah?
So I'm staying out of this conversation. He's bigger than I am.
We'll get him on next time.
Yeah.
Maybe he's watching now. I mean, just give me a heads up. We don't know what's going on. But yeah, we know that mental health is a huge issue when it comes to first responders. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and it's time for all agencies to start stepping up and taking care of their guys. It really is. This pushing these guys off to the side, going, "Hey, just get rid of them. He's medically retired. Get him out of here." You know, they worked for you when this thing started. You're kind of obligated to help them. So,
why do you think we've been slow to respond to the PTSD issues of first responders when it seems like we've been better when it comes to military veterans?
Because we're the guys that's supposed to help. It's that simple. We're not the ones that need help. We're the ones that are supposed to help. When the helpers need help, that's a problem. And a lot of people don't want to admit that. And I come from the old school guys, and you just didn't. You got into a shooting, you went back to work the next day. Sorry, here's another gun. We got yours for evidence. Go back to work.
Jeff Brown is here, 39-year veteran police officer. Any questions for him? 321-339-1055. Mass shootings. I mean, my God. Jeff, when did this start? Maybe 20 years ago with Columbine, something like that?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Or at least that's when the news media really started reporting on it. But it's shocking, really. It's shocking what we see and how often we see that. When you're a first responder that is responding to a shooting where just right down the street, 49 people killed in one small bar?
Yeah.
Or whether you go to a school and see children on the ground, how does that affect first responders?
Well, it's horrible. I mean, you got to imagine that, and we've all heard the stories about the phones ringing inside the bar, and my particular incident on Forsyth Road, I had to walk past a guy that was still alive, and you can't stop and help that guy because there may be other people, armed people in there taking more lives. You got to continue on, and to leave, that's against everything we ever trained for, is to walk past someone that needs help. So that, those things just will come back and eat you alive.
And, I think police officers, generally speaking, are strong, and they have to act strong, even if maybe they're not feeling strong inside, because they're police officers. Right. They're cops. They're there to protect and serve. But you see something like that, and it has a mental effect on you, but you feel like, well, I'm a big boy. I'm a strong man. I've got to be in front of the pack. I got to lead the pack. How do you convince them, or how do they finally convince themselves that there is something going on upstairs in that noggin, and something maybe isn't exactly right because of the things they've seen? I mean, how does that transition go to when they finally realize they need to get some help?
It can sometimes be by family and friends, coworkers. If you got a coworker that's struggling, he's coming to work, he's not shaving, he's been out drinking a lot. There's just a lot of signs. You have to watch for those signs, and when you see them, it's time to sit down with them and go, look, dude, this isn't working, and I'll go with you. I'll take you, and we'll go get you some help. Personally, it just when it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
It's there.
Justin Clark here, talking to Jeff Brown, 321-339-1055. For the first responders that you have now taken on adventures, on trips, how have you found out about them, or how have they found out about you?
Some of it's social media. A lot of times they're nominated, and that brings up a very good point. If you know somebody that has been injured in the line of duty, there's a nominate button right on our website. If you go to hometownheroesalliance.org, you can just hit that nominate button, stick their information in there, and we'll make contact with them. And that's how we get a lot of the ones that, their friends, their family, will nominate them and say, look, he's really suffering, man. This guy's really down, and we're kind of concerned. So we'll contact them and go, hey, man, you've been selected for a hunt, and we just kind of pick them out of the crowd.
Yeah. The media seems to tell us there are more officer-involved shootings now. I don't know that to be true. I mean, do you think there are more shootings involving officers now? Is it the same? Is it growing, getting smaller? I just don't know.
I think there are more. I really do. I think there are more. People are becoming more aggressive, more apt to be carrying guns. We see it a lot. Half the cars you pull over, there's guns in there, and majority of those are innocent, law-abiding citizens. But the propensity for someone to have a gun and go off, road rage, the rest of that stuff. We see a lot of that.
And if I am pulled over and I'm carrying a gun, right, and I'm legally doing so, what am I supposed to say? Is there a certain thing I'm supposed to do when you pull me over?
Just tell us where it's at. Tell us, hey, if you're a concealed firearms holder, what most guys will do is they'll hand us their driver's license along with their concealed firearms card.
Yeah.
We'll ask them where the gun is. Some of our officers will actually ask you for your gun and put it in their car until they're done conducting business. Personally, for me, if you've gone through the trouble to get your concealed firearms permit, just don't reach for the gun. That's all. You know, just keep your hands on the steering wheel. We'll both be, treat each other with respect. We're down the road. Business is done. I support your right to carry that gun. It's what we took an oath to do that, and I'm more than happy to know somebody has it. Just tell us it's there.
If you were someone that's a first responder that you think needs assistance, whether they've been physically injured, maybe they've seen something terrible out there and it's affecting them mentally, reach out to Jeff Brown. Look, if there's anyone you can talk to, it is him. He's been doing the same thing that you've been doing for the last 39 years. He's seen it all. I mean, he's seen what you've seen. He knows how you feel, and he wants to help.
Yeah, we don't always have the answers, but we have the resources. We know where to send you for the especially for the PTS stuff. We're not trained for that, but we know the people that are, and we can get you that help.
And we have a casino night coming up. October, is that Friday?
It is a Friday night.
Friday, October 11th. EC will be there. I'll be there. The beautiful Briana is going to make an appearance. She'll probably just kind of cruise by, because she has a very, very busy social schedule, right? Can you at least put us in there for a few minutes?
Jeez, I'm going to be there the whole time.
You will.
I moved something else around so I could be there.
Did you really?
I did.
I'm dying to know what you moved. Can you tell us?
Well, yeah. So there's a couple
laundry.
Well, that too is also important,
So
but that's
bring it
on
with you.
Tuesdays.
Oh.
But no, we watch a couple of our friends' children once a month to give them a date night. So, and we've been doing that almost 2 years now. So
nice.
That was their date night that we had scheduled, and
Whoops.
I told them, hey, we'll cover another babysitter for you. We just, we have this event coming up, and we really want to go.
321-339-1055. Any rivalry, Jeff, between police officers, firefighters, paramedics?
They're always. We're always messing with calling, hose draggers and. All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it is a great rivalry, and it takes a lot of stress off of us. 99% of the time, those guys are running into fires to pull us out, and the other time we're running into gunfights to pull them out.
Blink twice if you think cops are better than firefighters.
Yeah.
A lot of blinking.
Yeah,
we don't think we're any better.
Yeah.
However, it is always like we're going to stage till you guys secure the scene.
Exactly. 321-339-1055. All right, so when you've arrested someone, maybe they're drunk, they've been drinking too much. How often? Because Uber now will charge you like $150 if you throw open the car, right? Uber has this thing down to a science.
That's cheap.
Because they already have your credit card information. Have you ever had to deal with bodily fluids in the back seat?
Oh yeah.
That happens more than I would think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, with drunks it does. Fortunately, once you're down at the booking office, there are trustees down there that's like, hey, get somebody to clean up my car, man.
So when you take them downtown, you have to kind of stay with them for a while, or do you just kind of drop them off?
For a DUI, you got to go through the whole testing thing with them, and then you leave from the DUI center, take them over to the booking office. But when you're booking them, a lot of guys, it's all computer now, man. You just type the stuff in there, get your probable cause in there, take them down to the booking center, and get them out, get them away from me.
So when you do make an arrest, it must take a while to really type up that whole arrest report, doesn't it?
It's all dummy blocks.
Oh yeah, so it doesn't take that long.
Even an old guy like me can do it.
You know how to operate that email machine now, do you?
Yeah, it's like, oh, crud, I got to turn it off and turn it back on.
Jeff Brown, he is the founder of an awesome, amazing organization called Hometown Heroes. I want you to help him if you can, please. And the least you could do, maybe come join us next Friday, October 11th. It's Casino Night, sponsored by Hometown Heroes Alliance. We help support first responders going through physical or mental problems. We have so many groups out there who help our veterans coming back from overseas, as they should, but there are so few groups helping the first responders who are down here in the trenches with us every single day, protecting us, whether we have an auto accident, who's the first one there? You feel like someone's breaking into your house. Who's the first one there? But yet we haven't been there enough to support them. And that's what we're going to do. 321-339-1055. We'll come back to wrap up the program for a Thursday night. It is Justin Clark on Florida Man Radio.
You're listening to You Have Power Radio with attorney Justin Clark.
Are you a business owner? First of all, thanks for listening. Hey, so if you want to find new customers, we can help on Orlando's newest radio station, WDYZ, Florida Man Radio, 105.5 and 660. Your ad could be featured right here in the morning with Bubba the Love Sponge, key placement middays in Dangerous Conversation with Ledge, or in prime PM Drive during the Shannon Burke Show. We can create a custom campaign based on your goals and budget. Drive store traffic, engage new clients, develop more leads, boost website activation, and get your cash register to ring with new business. Radio gets results, and JVC Broadcasting is at the ready to help you take your business to the next level. For more information on increasing your success, visit our website at floridamanradio.com and click on the Advertise tab. Drive store traffic, engage new clients, develop more leads, boost website activation, and get your cash register to ring with new business. Let us help you grow your business.
Reach out today. Unfiltered, unafraid. floridamanradio.com. Click on the Advertise tab. Do it now.
Did you know that every diamond at International Diamond Center is over 1 billion years old? That's before dinosaurs, even before some of the stars in the sky. These elusive stones were originally formed miles beneath the Earth's surface, each one born in a volcanic explosion, yet kept hidden for generations. It's a fact that for every 1 carat diamond at International Diamond Center, trained miners blasted through over 200 tons of rock, and skilled experts sifted through the rubble to find the highly sought-after rough diamonds. Then expert cutters spend untold hours shaping and polishing each stone, unlocking its beauty and fire and brilliance. From the hands of the craftsman direct to you, these magical stones are your piece of eternity. Precious, rare, unique, indestructible, and treasured all over the world. Oh, and the unbeatable prices at International Diamond Center? They're just a bonus. International Diamond Center. Uncompromising quality, unimaginable value. 4 convenient Orlando locations.
Peace of mind. It's one of the most important things we can have, and sometimes the most elusive. I'm Mark Anajar from the Law Office of Anajar and Levine. If you've been involved in a car accident, call us at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Office in Orlando.
Adam and Eve is not giving you 10% off and not 20% off or even 40%. Your discount is even bigger. AdamandEve.com is giving you a whopping 50% off. But why stop there? In addition to 50% off, you also get 10 free gifts. That includes a racy item for him, a sensuous toy for her, and something we know you'll both enjoy. Ooh. And 6 extra special bonus items that are sure to rev your engine, pique your curiosity, and even blow you away. And best of all, free shipping. Always delivered in discreet packaging. So rethink your bedroom routine. Go to adamandeve.com and enter the station's exclusive code at checkout, FLMAN, and get, you know the discount, 50% off almost any item and 10 tantalizing free gifts. That's FLMAN, FLMAN.
Frogger's Grill and Bar. Hop in with food and fun. Come out for football, college, and NFL. And of course, wings, wings, wings. Frogger's Grill and Bar. Open for lunch every day. Located in Mount Dora, Oviedo, Apopka, Altamont Springs, and now open in Old Town.
I am down 22 pounds thanks to Nuviva Medical Weight Loss. I'm here with Jeremy from Nuviva. How can you help people be successful like me?
I can't help, and neither can the staff unless we actually get to know you. Part of what we do is within the consultation is we develop a relationship with you or some sort of connection. Each person has different goals. That's a catalyst that's going to keep you going. But what keeps the weight off is the way you're feeling right now.
I've never felt better, and you can too. Get a free consultation and free B12. Text the word FIT, F-I-T, to 407-644-1031. NuvivaWeightLoss.com.
Honey, the power is out. Wait, never mind. It's back on. Wow, that was fast.
It's our new Generac generator from Trademark Electric. We don't have to do anything. The power goes out, our Generac generator detects the problem, then the Generac generator automatically turns on. And just like that,
We have power.
Don't be left out in the dark. Call Trademark Electric today for your free estimate on their affordable Generac automatic standby generators. Residential or commercial. In-house financing is available. Call 352-629-8617.
RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. It's time to up your standard of driving. If your old ride is unreliable, unsafe, or just plain uncool, this month I want to help you dump that junker and dive into a nice new car today. Even if you're underwater in your old ride, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $7,000 more than it's worth, I still want it, regardless of age, mileage, or condition. Plus, my dealer next door credit approval process is a pearl in an ocean of fishy alternatives. And you could float home for just $8 down. Get a really cool deal on a new 2019 Mitsubishi Mirage for only $9,900, or a 2019 Outlander Sport starting at $15,900. So sink that ride you hate, and you could drive for $8. That's right, you can be swimming in savings. But hurry, my accountant's a wet blanket, and he won't let this deal go on for long. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Get wet and wild at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Require bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. $227.46 per month for 75 months. 2.9%. Amount financed $15,542.
Orlando's best hometown spot is Johnny's Filling Station and Johnny's Other Side at the corner of Fern Creek in Michigan. Johnny's Other Side has dozens of the best craft beers on draft, just $3 all the time. Delicious food and tons of screens to watch your favorite sports. And enjoy live music. Get to Johnny's on the corner of Fern Creek in Michigan. Home of Orlando's best burgers and half-price Tuesdays at Johnny's Other Side starting at 4. Visit them on Facebook for daily events including Texas Hold'em and trivia. Get to Johnny's.
Now, back to You Have Power Radio with attorney Justin Clark.
Jeff Brown's been a police officer for 39 years. He is now the founder, still a police officer, but the founder of Hometown Heroes Alliance. We have a great event coming up October 11th. It's a Friday night, 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock p.m. If you like poker, roulette, any kind of casino games, we want you to come join us. It is at the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge, 5505 Hansel Avenue, down in Orlando. Jeff, what else can we do to help, buddy?
Just, you guys stepping up to do the sponsorship, and if somebody has some raffle items they'd like to donate, they can contact us. We'll come and get them. Go on there and donate for us. Just get the word out. Let people know what's going on. If you are a poker player and you want to come and play, please email us.
John in Orlando, you got about 30 seconds, pal. What's on your mind?
Just get the word out. Let people know what's going on. If you're a poker player, you want to come and play.
Hey, John, say that again, pal.
Sorry, I can't. We gotta take the phone off.
All
We don't have
right,
enough time for
John.
that.
Well, come see us October 11th, John. My friend, always good to see you, Jeff.
Thank
Anything
you.
we can ever do to help, please reach out to Jeff Brown. What's the email, phone number, one more time?
It's Jeff at hometownheroesalliance.org, and the phone number is 407-810-3474.
For Eric Stacy, my name is Justin Clark. Don't forget to join us tomorrow at 6 a.m. It's Bubba the Love Sponge. From 10 o'clock to 2, it is our good friend Scott Ledger. And then Shannon Burke, who stole his bell, which I've been using, will be here from 2 to 6. And I'll be back with you tomorrow night at 6 o'clock p.m. for the Beautiful Briana. I don't know much, but I do know one little thing.
What's that?
I will see you right back here tomorrow night on Florida Man Radio.